Welcome back, everyone, to the VLR Community Cup (VCC). Tonight, we have a very special game: Australia versus New Zealand in a special showdown match. My name's Athrixa.
My name's Dr. Ames.
And let's get ready to rumble. Today, we have a very special game for you. 1 quarter, 25% of every round is going to be as scuffed as possible. We have a special rule set that is going to make the games very interesting. On Team Australia, we have Gamble Nats from Dogfight, we have Archetype, we have TXG Vanilla, we have Sin Zero, and we have Viceroy. I'll go over to Dr. Ames for Team New Zealand.
And representing Team New Zealand, we have TXE Glitchgull, Nurse Joy, Kai Leeson, Jinx, and BBC Max.
Well, yeah, I'm very excited by this lineup, and also by the brand new map, Corrode. What do you expect from this game?
Yeah, so Corrode's in my opinion, has been received with a little bit of a mixed reviews so far. A bit of a tricky map, lots and lots of cubbies I've noticed. So I think we're going to see a lot of rat play, I would hope. But yeah, looking to be a really interesting matchup between these two teams.
Absolutely, and I'll be very excited to see them play on Corrode, a map which I haven't actually had a lot of experience in seeing games played on it. And let's go now to the agent selection. From Glitch, we have a Neon. He's be very powerful on that. And we've already got a lock-in from Team Australia. What do you think about these compositions?
A total lock from Team Australia very early. We have Gamble Naps on the Omen and doubling up with some second controller with TXG Vanilla on the Viper.
Indeed. Double smokes on Corrode. What do we feel about that?
It could work for them really well to use Viper's Wall to section off sites. These sites can be quite big, and they have quite big entrances, particularly A site. So that Viper Wall could be really useful.
Alrighty, and we're headed into the game now. Just quickly, what do we think about Team New Zealand's comp?
Got double Initiator, so we've got Glitch Girl on the Neon, but then we've got Nurse Joy on KO and Kai Leeson on Breach. It's going to be a lot of blinds with doubling up with the Yoru.
Especially with the Yoru, there's going to be a lot of blinds. An interesting pick of Harbour.
No Senti on the New Zealand team, which I think is going to be very interesting how big this map is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're going to struggle for control a little bit, but I guess we'll just have to see before we make any kind of assumptions.
Only Sentinel in the game is Viceroy on the Vise. Vise gets a lot of good use out of this map, I've noticed.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we are very excited to get this game started. Round 1 and 2 will be as standard, but get excited for round 3, which will be knife only. But if you do manage to get a knife kill, we'll be able to use a sidearm. Let's go into the round here. Starting it off with an early KO knife that doesn't tag anybody. Both teams heavily contesting the site here. Looks like Team New Zealand could actually get pinched in the middle here. And Viceroy goes down. Just Glitch Girl left. And he takes down Gamble Nats. Only 6 health left. Can he bring this round back for Team New Zealand?
Yeah, interesting round there. We saw a lot of pressure on mid. Essentially, Team New Zealand sent all 5 people up mid, and then just got a little bit pincered.
Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, they just got absolutely stuck in between those 2 sites, right in the middle of the map.
Cleaned out, I think it was from A cubby into mid by Team Australia.
A lot of really heavy pinch points in this map, and it'll be interesting to see how they tackle that moving forward. Moving into round 2.
Yeah, mid control, very important on this map. A link control can make or change your round.
Absolutely. Got a slow push up B, but the Vise is going to hear Glitch Girl here. And we're going to get a TP from Yoru. Glitch Gull goes down. Another big fight for site here. Haven't quite pushed on yet enough. And we've got the rest of Team Australia here. Just Nurse Joy. And unfortunately, there's not much you can do when you get swung by 4 of your enemies.
Archetype making great use of an outlaw there to get a collat double kill. Huge use out of that gun second round.
Absolutely.
Now, I believe this is a different round with different rules.
Indeed, we have the first crazy round of the showdown match. You are only allowed to use knife. However, if you manage to get a knife kill, you can use your sidearm. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, especially with a movement character like Neon here.
Safety in numbers for Team New Zealand going in with all 5 in A main.
Absolutely. And they're not wrong there.
Ooh.
And Sin Zero gets the first kill on BBC Max, and we see an early plant from Nurse Joy.
I think it's a do it or lose it situation.
And now that Sin Zero has got that sidearm, I think it might just be over for Team New Zealand.
Joy with the knife kill has a classic. And it's the ace.
Very nice from Zero. Very nice to see. I feel like, unfortunately, once Zero managed to get that sidearm, it was just over for the Team New Zealand here.
Really, really smart buy on the shorty, because when you've got a whole team of people with knives, they have to get up close to get that kill, and it's just so dangerous with a shorty at that range.
Absolutely. Very, very smart buy from Zero there. We love to see it. Looks like we're going to get a B push from Team New Zealand this time, but Team Australia might be ready. They've got 3 holding A site, and Yora looks like he's going to push up close with the operator.
Interested to see if any blinds come out early. Ooh.
Ooh, double sniper. They get 2 picks, and Gamble Nats gets traded. But that is a huge up for Team Australia. But down goes Zero from Jinx, and now it's back to a 3v3. Archetype sneaking around with that op.
Not a lot of health on him.
Not a lot of health on him. Vanilla running into 3 enemies here. Are they going to rotate, or are they going to get pinched again? Unfortunately, this map seems to be the map of getting pinched.
Portal closed.
Looks like Yoru might get a pick with this op, but just misses it.
Fake teleport.
Vanilla coming back from spawn, and Archetype gets another pick with the op. Is this going to be a series of ones that Archetype gets with the op? Guess we'll just have to see. BBC
Nice
Max getting plant down, and there's a good cubby there. It's a good wall, and down it goes. Archetype clearing corners, still having the op. Vanilla gets taken down by BBC Max, and now it's a 1v2. Sneaking around the other side. Takes out BBC Max, and invests the ult. And gets the final kill. Very, very nice work with the shorty. The shorty might be the highlight of this game. And yet another round goes to Team Australia.
It was looking good for a bit there, I will say, for New Zealand. They had a little
It really
bit
was.
of potential. They had one up on them for a while with 3v2. That very late flank from Vanilla didn't really work for him, but had potential. And then, unfortunately, Archetype with the op and the shorty was just too oppressive.
Indeed. It is a deadly combo the op and the shorty.
Yeah.
And it looks like we might be seeing a B rush this time, going into a controller and a Senti. We'll see how this goes. Looks like Glitch is going to push up hard and fast, and yes, he is. Sees Vanilla there, tags him with the knife. Wall goes down. Vanilla retreats into sight a little bit, and is going to get hit with that stun. Archetype pushes on the side once again with the op. We know he's good with it. Looking around, his clone does get a blind there from the harbor. TP's back to mid, and it looks like they're going to do a quick rotate over to A now that they have better numbers. Looking like a really good play for Team New Zealand. It's a 4v2 here, and they do have the upper hand space and numbers-wise. Let's see how this plays out. Harbor holding mid as Breach and Nurse push into A site. Out goes an early knife to make sure no one's on site, and down goes the plant. Archetype again with the op gets BBC Max. We know he's a killer with it. Still clearing space in mid. Will they make it onto site in time to get the defuse? Viceroy just holding this space here, watching for anyone coming out. But we can also see Jinx is jiggling it with the Judge there. I think we're just going to see how this plays out. And the Judge comes in clutch, gets that kill. It's just Archetype left. Unfortunately, not enough juice left in the tank. And first round, Team New Zealand.
Very nice from Team New Zealand, going from 4-5 to 4-2. Really utilising those extra couple of people and doing that fast rotate. Probably spied the two that were on B and decided to push it over to A. Worked out really well for them. That op,
Absolutely.
still dangerous in Archetype's hands. He's probably going to buy another one, or he's going to buy a Bucky.
Very interesting plays from Archetype here. Right, we see Jinx investing that ult early to make space for his team as they push up into A site. Zero gets taken down as he tries to Bucky his way through two opponents, and it looks like Team New Zealand has all of A site to themselves. Once again, it's a 2v5 numbers and space advantage for Team New Zealand here. Looking very, very good on their part. Vanilla and Viceroy are going to push in together. Are they going to get spotted? BBC Max knows they're here and gets the frag through the smoke. It's a 1v5 at the moment. Is not looking good for Viceroy. Will they save here or will they commit? They are just fully surrounded. Looks like they might just stay tucked and die to spike here. We'll see if they can get an exit kill. Just not a bad move from them. Makes it out and manages to collect the save.
Yeah. Team Oz on their save round there. Buckies were smart choice, but unfortunately Team New Zealand with the gun advantage just took them over there in A main early. Ooh. Got a new rule, guys. What's the rule this round? Something about inverted y-axis.
Yes, so just like old school flight simulators, our players will be inverting their y-axis when they look up. They'll be down. When they're down, they're up. And it's going to turn this whole round upside down. What do you think this is going to do for performance?
I just think that the, muscle memory is going to go completely out the window. These
Absolutely.
guys most probably played hours of this game. And it's just going to be down to whose brain adjusts the fastest.
It is. It sure is. And as we all know, after playing video games for a while, the mouse just becomes part of your arm. But having to relearn that movement is just going to feel so bizarre. And we can already see players just looking around and trying to get their footing here. Looks like we'll be ready to go soon. And then we'll see how this goes. It'll be a very, very interesting round.
How many people are going to stare at the ground? That's what I want to know. We'll count
I want to know how
Try
this
and count
neon movement's gonna go.
Oh.
Alrighty, starting off the round, we have a fast push up onto B, an early knife, which which manages to get glitched during that. Oh my goodness! And Vanilla with the Judge manages to get two coming onto site. I think the shotgun was definitely the right call here. We can see Viceroy completely disoriented, but I think they'll get it. Jinx with another shotgun kill, and Gamble Nats manages to get a Vandal pick. Very nice considering the state of the game at this moment. And the round goes to Team New Zealand as BBC Max locks in and gets 2 Phantom kills with inverted Y-axis. I do have to say that is pretty ridiculous, but pretty impressive.
That was very impressive. The 4 kills on BBC Max. We saw it wreak havoc immediately with the Glitch Gull Neon slide in with ult and then immediately go up instead of down. I think all of us instinctively pull crosshairs down after aiming for the head. And I saw a lot of people float up and kind of just shoot at that little spot above the head. So that was incredibly interesting to watch.
Absolutely. You can see a fast push on the B here. And Nats gets damaged. Yeah, definitely a mixed buy here. We've got Omen with the Sheriff, and it looks like they're going to get planned down and definitely have a pretty good sight hold. Vanilla goes down, Jinx with the kill, Archetype and Gamble, and gets taken out as well. Another 1v5. Team New Zealand are really bringing this back. Manages to get 2 though. Archetype is killing it this game, but once again, goes to Team New Zealand. They've really come to in these last few rounds.
Yeah, Team New Zealand are bringing it back. Granted, Australia was on that really odd half buy, and defending as well with guns like Sheriffs can be quite difficult. Now we're seeing Phantoms, Vandals, and an Odin, my personal favourite gun, I must say, on New Zealand team as they're pushing in, and we've got the Op and a Bulldog, which is probably my second favourite gun, on the defense for New Zealand.
Absolutely. And it looks like they're gonna just play it up mid here, which is not something that we've seen before, except for the first round where they got pinched awfully in the middle there. And it looks like they are gonna retreat from mid. But maybe the Euro's gonna pull a little bit of a lurk here. Gamble Nats might not see, and Jinx gets the kill on Gamble Nats, taking that op out of Team Australia's hands. It's a 2v2. Glitch gets plant down on site, but they are about to get ulted by Viceroy here. It's a 1v2. Can Jinx pull this back? And unfortunately, just jumps out at the wrong point, gets hit with that Bulldog. Once again, great performance from Vanilla, and another round to Team Australia.
Yes, that was very, very good turn of the tables for Team Australia, making it in there. Really good use of the Vise ult at the end there to basically take guns out of the game. And that left Jinx with only a shorty stuck in main, waiting for his gun to come back up. Back to interesting buys. Oh no, everyone's got a full buy, so let's see how this goes.
Alrighty, unfortunately, my timing there was a little bit off, but we do have another rule, which is all graphics to maximum. Anyone with a shoddy PC, a budget build, a scrapyard hero is going to suffer here. This is the rules from our master of the rules, Neo, over on the production side. And yeah, this round, all graphics
Set to max. Interesting. Is this survival of the fittest? Is this whoever has the richest PC, the most recent hardware, are they going to come out on top?
Absolutely. Looks like there's a little bit of contention from some of the players about this rule. But unfortunately, that's just how it's going to be. We're going to see some very low FPS. We're going to see some jiggly movement. It'll be interesting to see. Unfortunately, this round is pay to win. An early knife that tags Vanilla and a breach ult to make it onto site. Team New Zealand is making their way onto site very well. We've only got 2 people holding as very big dogfight on B site here. We see Glitch. Oh, looks like Glitch might have frozen for a second there as he misses the flick entirely. And now it is just down to BBC Max, Archetype, and Vanilla. Will he be able to salvage this round, get back Spike, or will the win go to Team New Zealand again? We'll see, we'll see.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, yeah, BBC Max goes down, just wasn't clearing that corner. And while they can't hear me, I do apologize to everyone who just played that round, as I'm sure that can't have been the most fun. But
Yeah.
back to the game. In round 11, we've got 6-2 Team Australia, 4 to Team New Zealand. How is this game going for them? What do you think?
I mean, I think it's a pretty even split. I don't really have a really good sense with Corrode whether it's attack or defense weighted. 6-4 at this stage is pretty good showing for both teams, but Australia's got just a little bit of an advantage there.
Absolutely. We see that really early ult from Jinx making space, but Team Australia have a great hold on A. It looks like they might have been reading Team New Zealand very well here, and Glitchgull goes down. If Vanilla can get up there in time. Oh, very nice counter to the Odin spam from BBC Max there. But unfortunately, he is taken down by Vanilla as they come up from spawn. Very well played, Team Australia. Very nice.
Very nice. GambleNet's not getting too much use out of that op. A couple of whiffs there, but he did eventually get one in that tight corner in the back of A. Yeah, 7-4 going into the last round of the half. Australia did really nice to collapse in on that New Zealand team trying to push into A. We have
Absolutely
half buy on New Zealand with a couple of stingers, probably saving for next. Not saving for next, final round of the half.
Final round of the half. Looks like they just might not have had enough to make a better loadout, but we do have 2 more ults from Team Australia that I'd like to see invested. We had that Fate ult invested early, which definitely pushed Team New Zealand back, and they've definitely come back around to A. But Yoru is now going to get the flank on them. Unfortunately, Carlson gets the drop on Archetype and Sin0 with the op. We've seen some great op action here. I think it's just because this map is so large. Sure, there are lots of corners, but there's so much space.
Yeah, lots
It's
of
a
angles to
2v3.
play.
Absolutely. It's 2v3. Team Australia needs to push onto site to win this. Takes down Nurse Joy with that op. But can they get the fade? And it looks like this round is going to Team New Zealand, as unfortunately the shorty and the op there are just not enough for that.
Really well cleaned up by the last two alive on Team New Zealand. That was Jinx and Glitchgull getting that final kill. Ending the half in 7-5 to Team Australia. Now heading into the second half, can New Zealand defend to the same extent as Team Australia? It's going to be a close one. And it looks like we have a new rule.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what it is at the moment.
I think lowest settings I saw float along.
I think, yes, I believe so. I just think that potentially we're thinking it might not be as exciting for the stream. I'm going to come up with a new rule here on the fly.
Oh, there's no primary. It is first
pistol
round.
Pistol round. All right. Looks like we're going to go for a classic in Valorant, knife mid.
Knife mid for first round of second half.
First round of the second half, we had a bit of a hiccup there with the rule. But that's all right. We're back on track. It's going to be knife mid. We're going to see lots of ults Lots of util here, and we're gonna see people buying shields, interestingly, for pistol, which is never really a thing. But we are gonna see it in this first round of the second half.
Yeah, I think people that usually buy shields stick with classic first round will do well here. Classic can be really OP, but people who are used to buying ghosts or sheriffs first round may struggle a bit. So we're going to have to see whether people have to adapt their gameplay to the classic, or whether it's their kind of bread and butter.
Oh well, it's
Oh,
it's knife
and it's
only.
cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna have no guns at all here. I feel like a classic only round could definitely be interesting because a lot of players are really good with the classic.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, this is gonna be a Valorant classic when you're losing and you just spam in chat knife mid, knife mid, knife mid. This is what we're seeing here.
We've got a lot
Gonna
of
be lots of util. You're gonna have to get really, really close to make this work. But I'll be very interested to see how this plays out. It's gonna be abject chaos. A bit of a Mexican standoff going down here. As Glitch Gull pushes up a little bit with his knife out, but just not enough to make a frag. And the first one down is Jinx. The third one down is Carlson, and then Glitch. Looks like it could be a clean sweep for Team Australia here, and it is. Wow. They just got the jump, and once you get that first hit, it is just Stab City. That was insane.
group knife fights always just kind of, as you get the advantage, as you get the first one, you just kind of overpower them. So we saw essentially the final round of most escalations with knife only, and Australia comes out on top.
Absolutely.
There's a big buy of regen shields last round, given that they didn't really buy any util. So Team Australia is still with the regen shields and buying mostly shotguns, Spectres, Stingers, one Vandal, which could be very powerful, and Team
Absolutely,
New Zealand.
that could be a round changer.
They'll be looking to get some frags with it, but probably also protect it. So if Archetype goes down, I assume that someone's going to want to be on his back to pick up that gun.
Absolutely. Going into round 14 here. We are ready to go. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a default going here. Not as much of a hard 5-man push as we've seen before. Spike is going to A, but it looks like Zero and Vanilla are going to take a little bit of space on B and mid. First shots fired. And the first kill goes to Viceroy. First kill goes to Zero. 3v3. There's a lot of action going on here on A, and it looks like Team New Zealand are just coming up through mid, trying to cut them off. Interesting.
Team New Zealand on the defense now, and Glitch Girl picking up that Vandal that Archetype dropped.
1v1 here. A lot of sound being made. And unfortunately, the Stinger beats the Vandal there. Wow, what a play from Viceroy.
That was looking really good for Team New Zealand. They managed to get the advantage there in A main and hold that. Glitch Girl on the Vandal, really good position there. Unfortunately, gets out-stingered. Stinger, one of those guns that sometimes when you need it, it just works. Going into round 3 of the half, New Zealand on their first proper buy round, hopefully. Looks like BBC Max potentially having some issues with his buy. And Team Australia on some shotguns and a Vandal.
If you haven't seen already, everyone's frame rate is maxed on 5. That is the debuff for this round. Another crazy addition to the showdown match. 5 FPS max. And it looks like it's just going to be chaos.
Hard to look at, if I'm honest.
Definitely. Looks like there is going to be a fight mid here. And Jinx goes down. I think shotgun was definitely the call here. Glitch Gull goes down. 4v3 to Team Australia. Carlson goes down. Judge was definitely the call here as Viceroy goes down. Another kill to BBC Max. Absolute chaos just in the spawn to mid area right here. And it's just Nurse Joy left. Will they be able to take down 2 other players?
30 seconds left.
Let's go,
I
Nurse
feel
Joy.
like-
That's my duo.
Absolutely. I feel like the advantage of the shotgun here is definitely going to make a difference, but Team Australia is going to just take that spike to A and get the plant down. So now it is even more difficult for Nurse Joy as they need to not only get the defuse, but try and take down 2 other players.
Good
Nurse Joy
damage.
makes it out alive with good damage. Very good movement for this absolute PowerPoint presentation of a game. Throws the knife but doesn't get anybody. Is probably just going to look at how... Oh, and gets taken down by Zero with the classic.
Very nice cleanup by Australia there. What insanity trying to aim with such low frame rate. The shotguns did work. Saw a lot of people trying to overcorrect their aim. Yep, absolute class having 5 FPS on this game. Looking at
Absolutely.
the scores, Australia 5 ahead at 10-5. Archetype making good use of his duelist role. Interesting, we've got a top fragger of BBC Max on the harbour, which is working out for them.
Yeah,
well.
definitely a very interesting choice, but if it pays off, I've got no judgment at all.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Once again, a very heavy fight in mid, but it looks like Team Australia is going to take Spike to A.
My ult's ready.
Viceroy gets taken down, and Spike actually makes his way over to B with the Yoru TP. I wonder if the rest of Team Australia is going to be able to get over there on time to assist with holding down site. Vanilla
Ooh, bounce back.
misthrows the molly and gets stunned.
Hell yeah.
Nurse Joy with the Odin kill, and now it's a 2v2. Yoru TP's out to play back, and Gamble Nats is ready to cut them off with the op,
Last player standing.
but
Ooh,
gets taken
caught
down
out.
by Nurse Joy, who once again is ridiculous with the Odin.
I told her that.
Fake teleport.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, the gate crash gets Nurse Joy there, and
I'll handle this.
Archetype knows where the enemy breach is. He's ready for this. But how will this play out? It's a 1v1, not on Spike. Needs to get on really, really soon. But swings out and still gets picked even though Archetype was stunned. What a great round. Archetype really, really, honestly, the star player of today's game. Some crazy kills with the op in the beginning and just every round very, very strong.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of strong kills from Archetype. That round was all Vandal. Really good use of Odin from Nurse Joy. Really getting those two kills gave them that chance. Unfortunately, Archetype just sealing it up for Australia at the end there. We're 11-5 to Australia going into round... whatever round it is. Fifth round of the half.
Yes, going into round 16. Oh my goodness, and BBC Max just runs into a full team there with a stinger. Not much you can do. And it looks like
Cutting through.
Team Australia is just going to run it up mid, which we have not seen a great deal of success on before, but it looks like they might be able to pull it together.
Last player.
I don't know if they know, but Spike is still in spawn. However, they have managed to take out everyone on the other team. Jinx with a kill on Vanilla, potentially trying to pull this back. A 3v1 is not unwinnable. Team Australia in control of the Spike again, bringing it to A. but it looks like Jinx might be able to catch Vise off guard. Gamblenats gets that plant down. Still a very tense moment between Viceroy and Jinx, but ultimately Viceroy pulls it out.
Yep. Catching Jinx off guard as he pushed around that corner with the op. Not a great position to be in with an op trying to retake like that, but he had a chance. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Going into round 17, it looks like we've got a lot of shorties out there. Do we have a new rule?
We absolutely do. One of the either best or worst guns in the game, depending on who you ask. Post-nerf, it's been with us the whole time. The Shorty comes out for a potentially final round of the game, Shorty-only round. We'll see how this goes. Everyone's going to have to get really up close and personal, but Jinx, with the TP, manages to get a pick
Viceroy
on...
not happy about that pick as well.
And BBC Max takes down Vanilla. Team Australia getting absolutely cooked in mid here.
One enemy remaining.
Only Fade left, running for her life.
Oh, she's about to
It
run
looks
into them.
like this round is going to Team New Zealand. What
Let's go, Team
a
New Zealand.
round.
Some really nice picks in mid there. Sometimes shorty from distance, you feel like you're just chipping away at health, but when you've got a few of you, you can kind of slowly chip away and get the kills eventually. Really nice stuns and blinds from the Jinx and from Glitch Gull, using that duelist util to be quite offensive down there in mid. Now heading into round 18. Got a lot of ops out there on Team New Zealand and not a full buy on Team Australia. So let's see if we can get any good early picks with these op angles. Got an early ult from BBC Max in a B main and the pick. That puts New Zealand up 5v3.
Time to jump.
Absolutely, and as we've seen throughout this whole game, this map really is the operator's map.
Very nice pick from Nurse Joy from Heaven to tag out Archetype there.
Absolutely, and once again, Team New Zealand has pulled it together, and the only one left on Team Australia is Zero. Trying to pull it together for the rest of the team. It's a 1v4. Will they get this plant down, or will they get picked? I'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
They don't know where he is either. Team New Zealand focus mainly on B main, where Zero is sneaking in behind them into B. Going for the knife. Oh, the
Unbelievable kill, but gets taken out by Jinx with the op. Great moment from Zero there.
I mean, perfect moment. You got a knife where you can. It was basically like delivered to him on a platter. Now heading into round 19, we've got a little bit more of a equal buy. Oh, Wild West. Never mind. We've got Wild West rules for round 18. Only Sheriff and Bucky, I believe.
That is correct. So we are bringing it back to the Wild West for this round with a Sheriff and Bucky only rule.
There.
And it'll be very interesting to see how this goes. We've got the close combat for the Bucky, but for the long range, we just have that cowboy pistol. Definitely a much more of a slow play happening here with the guns in play. And in true Wild West fashion, we have Neo Frontier making an appearance. First Blood goes to Vanilla, takes down Jinx as he jumps through that smoke. Glitch Gull with a very fast 3k, and now it is back to a 2v2. Spike is in a very precarious spot here, and Glitch is watching it well. And it looks like on the other side of the map, we have a... There we go. Gamble Nats takes the win on that fight, and now it is a 2v1 for Glitch. Team Australia has Spike again. Looks like they're going to rotate out of B with it as Glitch comes into B. Be very interesting to see how this goes down. Coming back up through mid. Will they meet in the middle?
30 seconds left.
unlucky there.
Glitch totally called the TP there, but and as he's blinded, unfortunately,
Nice
that round and the game is going to go to Team Australia. Very well done, and a great
Very well
show
done.
from both teams.
I mean, that last round was just a little bit of a mind game. Glitch read the play to ult for the Omen ult to go to A, and then double switched on him. Omen ran round, met him in mid. Couldn't quite get that pick. I think he had a chance if he took out the Omen there. And then, of course, Archetype sitting in that corner, just ready to take him out. And the knife for the win as well.
Absolutely. Great performance from Zero. Great performance from Archetype. We love both teams, absolutely, but really Archetype was the star of the show. Those op kills were amazing, and we love to see it.
And let's not forget the everyone in Valorant is important. It's a team game. Every burger needs a
Absolutely.
bottom bun, as they say.
Every
that was
burger needs a
really
bottom
good-
bun.
Exactly. Great showing from everyone on both teams, and just fun to watch as always.
Absolutely. Great game, great fun. That's what we love here at VLR Community Cup. We're just waiting to see if we are going to get an interview from one of the players. I'm not sure yet, though.
Yeah, I'm here.
We are joined by Glitch Girl.
And Max.
Welcome, Glitch Girl. Great game. How did you feel going into this mess?
Mate, I listen. The whole team, we're locking just like a troll comp, right? I mean, Harbor, flashes.
You know, it's funny you say that because the last game I casted for you guys, Harbor was played.
Was that? Was that? Oh my god, that was so long ago when we run the actual troll comp on Icebox in the official game. Yep,
But anyways, it was very fun to watch. And how did you feel about the challenge rounds?
It was pretty funny. Some of them were pretty funny.
We'll say
was
the 5 FPS round was
Oh, that was so
treat to
funny.
watch.
It
That
was
the
borderline
funniest thing.
nauseating to watch, but definitely made a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, bro, they looked like a meta comp, bro. They had Vise, Omen, Viper, Fade, Yoru, bro. We saw the comp, we're like, oh my god. And also,
They were
won
definitely
both
playing to
pistols.
win.
I think it's my fault that TXG don't win pistols.
Oh, I mean, don't take it too much to heart. These were some fun teams to watch, but I will say that the Australian team definitely locked in a classic comp. They had all the roles. I did notice that no Senti on the New Zealand side. Do you think that hurt
No.
you in some of those rounds?
Listen, we ran no Senti, double flash, so no scan on Corrode, and Harbor. I mean, we were
Triple
just...
flash.
Oh yeah, because you're... We were
you're-
not playing to win. We were playing for a silly comp, and then we saw they were playing to win. Yeah, no, not fun.
We're also joined by Max. So Max, how did you find that game? What was your favorite part?
Yeah, I mean, Sam kind of sums it up the best. Just whoever had the idea to play a meta comp in a show match needs to be publicly executed. I think that kind of sums it up. To be fair, I mean, we came in, I locked Harbor because I thought it'd be fun. Absolutely demolished them in my 1v2.
You did. We actually
yeah.
did say that despite the Harbor choice, you were absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I just basically hate Australia and hope I move back sometime. So
Wow. Well, that's great to hear. As someone who lives in Sydney, we'd love to have you.
yeah, absolutely.
Did you enjoy the game?
Yeah.
I mean, it regardless of what I said about them locking a meta comp, it was fun. I mean, the funny rounds were very funny. They were definitely the highlight. Because the other rounds were just a crap comp versus meta comp.
Yeah, that's very, very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
The showdown rounds definitely made it a great game to watch and a very fun game to cast.
Yes, I think my other favorite round was the inverted Y-axis.
Oh, that was
Watching
I
just-
shot my neon ult into the air.
Yep. We saw
That's so
we saw
funny.
quite a few
came in,
people
you
staring at
came
the
in with
sky.
full confidence, and then we got that overdrive right at the sky.
Yeah.
Great
Oh my
time.
god,
Watching people
that's
over-correct
awesome.
upwards where they usually would pull down made it very intriguing, very interesting to watch.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
gotta
like
watch. I gotta watch it back.
the play for some of those rounds was just judge because your movement was so heavily impeded. I mean, the shotgun just came in clutch. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, no, the shotguns were very good on some of those rounds. So
That or a lot of op play as well. I think there was one round
Yeah,
where
definitely.
New Zealand had 3 ops.
oh yes,
Is
that was
that-
so funny.
Is that
Yeah.
something that just happened because
Oh, okay.
it's a showdown match, or is that like a something that you think would happen in a Corrode match in general? I'm genuinely curious. I haven't watched enough of Corrode.
Okay, so what we did is we okay, so we had one op saved over. We had and then someone else bought an op, and I was like, "Oh wait, you have money, buy me an op." It just happened. We
Sharing
just
is
had 3
caring.
ops.
Exactly.
Well, it was a great round to watch. Saw some great gameplay across the board. I had hope at half. I had hope for a Team New Zealand to make a comeback. That 7-5 at the half was really nice, even first half game. Unfortunately, Australia pulling away towards the end there. Maybe next time us Kiwis will have our moment in the sun.
Yeah, I think what screwed us was both of our buy rounds special
Yeah.
challenge happened and we lost, and then also and we lost both pistols. So we started down like 0-3 both sides, basically 0-4.
Mm.
Oh well, no, not 0-4 in the second half really. Yeah, basically no, just 0-3 on both sides. Basically, we lost 6 rounds automatically.
Definitely very challenging. Definitely very unbalanced. But I mean,
Yes.
still a great game to just mess around and be stupid. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for a little chat. It was great to watch you play, and I can't wait to watch you guys in your next games.
Yes,
thank
thank you guys. Thank you so much for casting. Appreciate it all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, thank
Great
you.
game.
Thank you.
Well, that just about wraps up the. Oh, my apologies. I thought our interview segment was over. We're going to also get an interview from Aqua, who in-game name is Viceroy, played Vice for Team Australia. Welcome, Aqua. What did you think about these
Hey, what's
games?
I thought that they were very interesting, especially the invert mouse axis.
Yep,
That was
a crowd
probably our
favorite in my
favorite one to
opinion.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Now-
was disturbing.
Yeah, so we heard a bit from Team New Zealand about team comp. Did you guys have a plan going into selecting your agents? Did you plan out this team
No.
comp?
Honestly, not really. We just kind of said like what we were gonna play. I was gonna install Vise anyway, so
Awesome. So yeah, you guys covered all the bases, and that seemed to work really well for you. Between
right.
really a high value duelist and archetype, and right the way down to really useful sentinel. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
What was your favorite challenge run, and what was your least favorite? I'd love to know.
my favorite challenge. Wait, let me check. The one I got the most kills in was the Wait, what challenge rounds were there again?
So we had knife only, we had invert mouse axis, we had max graphics, we had knife mid, we had only shorty, we had Wild West.
Knife mid.
Knife mid, that
yeah.
was
far my
absolute
best one.
chaos.
Real.
Absolute massacre for Team Australia in that one, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I think it was actually a flawless round.
Yeah, that was flawless. That's
Yeah.
why I liked it.
Yeah, very, very nice. And what was the one that just brought you the most pain?
I think you can already tell. The invert mouse one.
That really, yeah, honestly, in terms of playing a game and getting used to mouse movements, that's got to be a killer. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine.
I don't know how to. Like, yeah, I don't know how to do that. I've never ever done invert mouse ever in my life.
Well, yeah, I guess this is a
Definitely brain
first.
breaking.
100%, 100%. How did you feel about the game being played on Corrode, and what are your general opinions on the new map?
Corrode. Like, Corrode, you get some very nice buy setups going on. You can just like set up A, you can set up B. I like to set up on B because like it's just good for Vice, and a lot of people hit B on the first round in my elo, so yeah. Vice setups
Yeah,
on Corrode
nice.
just great. And also, like, it's very, very wall bangable with high pen, so I just spam Odin.
Very, very
Yep.
true.
The Odin
And
play wins on this one.
how would you rate it compared to other maps that already are out, or the other maps in the comp queue? What do you I mean, do you hate it as much as when Abyss first came out, or where does it sit for you?
Actually, I liked Abyss. Like, Abyss
Oh,
to
I'm
me,
I'm so
Abyss
sorry.
to
I
me was
just
like
me personally, I was not a fan, so I guess
I
I'm
like
just
to
projecting.
I like to play Deadlock and Cypher on Abyss, and yeah, that was great. I love seeing them like fall off because of my trips.
Very nice, very
For
nice.
Corrode, I would actually rate it quite high among my list of maps. Like, it's probably in the top 3 because
Ooh,
my win rate's high on Corrode, I think. With
very
Vice.
nice. Well, yeah, we love to see that new content coming out for the game that people enjoy.
I like Corrode.
That's good. That's good.
So Team Australia getting a lot of value from their pistol rounds. Did you guys go in with a kind of strategy, or did you just kind of see where the chips fell, as they say?
I kind of forgot the strategy. I wasn't listening. For me
Good.
personally, I was like going where the chips fell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, well,
Using your
thank
mental.
you so much, Aqua, Viceroy, for joining us. It was great to watch you play, and thank you so much for joining us for the post-game interview, and we look forward to seeing you in your next games.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for being the observer or caster or something. Yeah.
You're very welcome. Alrighty, and with that fun match wrapping up, the showdown is over, and we move on in the next phase of VLR Community Cup to playoffs. Very, very exciting.
Playoffs just around the corner, guys. So make sure you tune in for those games coming up. And special thanks to all the production observers, casters that make
Absolutely.
all of these streams
Special thanks
possible.
to Sir Banana and Bucket, and anyone else on the team that I am missing. And thank you, Dr. Ames, for joining me. But yeah, be sure to drop a like, drop a follow, because playoffs are coming up soon, guys, and you do not want to miss them.
Hope everyone enjoyed. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay cooked.
Bye.